Alright, so here is the little funky 22 conversion I did to the Springfield '03. And so this shell right here is just plain old 30-06 that I drilled a hole through. And with the proper 22 sized drill bit, and then that fits these 22 blanks for nail guns. And essentially just use it as a blank or shoot some light target projectiles like wooden dowel and such. Nothing too heavy since these things are pretty hot. And so yeah. And then I also went ahead and I made this 22 short conversion using barrel line, 22 barrel liner that I had laying around from other projects. And so basically I just soldered this into place. Or same deal, I drilled a hole through the 30-06 and then seated this barrel liner and then just put some flux. I drilled a hole in the case right here around the shoulder and then poured solder in there. So hopefully this will stay together. I've already shot a couple rounds out of it and it seems to work okay. So yeah, that's it. You just load this in the gun, or get a regular 22 short, load it into the gun and fire and get it out, and just use a cleaning rod or wooden stick and just pop it right out. And so how I did that, made this conversion, is I took this bolt, which was $5 I believe, $5 or $6. It was basically a safety bolt with a bolt face welded shut, which is perfect because I needed to drill a separate firing pin hole. So I end milled the bolt face flat. It's probably kind of hard to see, but I milled the bolt face flat, and then I drilled another a new firing pin hole to strike a rim with a 22. And then I made a separate firing pin, offset firing pin, using can't get it out, but basically I modified the original firing pin, which came with this bolt, even though it wasn't advertised. So I took this firing pin portion, I heated up and forged it and offsetted it basically, and then cut off the other end right here. And it probably would have worked, but since the firing pin is offset, it would put a tension on this bent portion. So I decided to go ahead and make it two-piece. That way it'll slide over here and not cause too much stress on the actual thin firing pin portion. And so that's I wish I could get it out, but actually cut a slot on there and put a retaining pin just so that it wouldn't fall too far. And for a cross pin, I actually pinned in the pin from both sides so that it wouldn't fall out during the operation. So it's really hard to get out right now, so sorry about that, but I hope you get the general idea on what it looks like. So really cheap conversion. Like I said, I had this paper bolt that basically did the same exact things, but since this was only $5, I said, well, you know what, I just use the full metal one. And so that's it's like I have 3 bolts now. But I mean, I guess that's okay. You know, you got the center fire, rim fire conversion, and all that. And a little paper one, which is now pretty much useless. So that's it really. I will probably go ahead and actually need to trim this barrel line a little bit just so that it will clear the gun when I try to eject it. Right, as of now, it will stay in there because the overall length is too long, so it won't clear the receiver. But other than that, it's pretty solid. Like I said, I only took a couple shots out of it. Here's some of the rounds that I shot, and haven't tried to long range shots, so I don't know how well it'll shoot in a long range. But I mean, it's 22 short out of a 4-inch barrel, so you wouldn't expect much. But I mean, it works, so I'm happy.